Welcome back. Telangana is one of the states that has its own EV policy, which aims to attract $4 billion in private investments by 2030, create 1 lakh jobs across charging infrastructure, manufacturing, shared mobility. The incentives for the battery ecosystem, including up to 20% capital subsidy, which is capped at 30 crore rupees, as well as full state GST reimbursement. Joining us now to discuss this further is Jayesh Ranjan, Special Chief Secretary, Government of Telangana. Thank you very much for being with us. So, quite a forward-looking policy that has come from the state of Telangana. How do you think states and industry together can accelerate both the high-quality local battery manufacturing and also sustainable recycling in future? Because both have to go together hand in hand.
Thank you, Parikshit. Nice to be talking to you. So I was listening to the previous panel as well and picking a few points from that discussion as well. I feel that three things need to go together. The policy has to be very supportive. It should address all the pain points that investors experience. And some of your panelists spoke actually about the pain points that they face. More than that, we also need to give them very good quality infrastructure. See, I have learned about how battery manufacturing happens in other parts of the world. And we know that a number of those kind of manufacturing units are in China, Japan, Korea, etc. We have to provide matching kind of infrastructure where land is adequate, infrastructure like power, water, transportation is taken care of. Waste discharge is a very big requirement. High quality power is a must. And then this kind of activities do have some element of pollution. So they should be away from habitation. So it's not very easy in our country to find a location which ticks all the boxes. But fortunately in Telangana, we have been able to set up possibly the country's first energy storage park. And the park is full. Actually, 3 clients between them have taken all the space which was there in that park. And now we are developing one more park. So good quality infrastructure is required.
You know, India has a number of policies. We've had a FAME scheme 1, a FAME scheme 2. You've had a PM e-drive scheme. These are the supply side incentives. For example, when you buy an electric vehicle, you get an incentive on that. Then you've had the ACC PLI scheme, which is to incentivize manufacturing of cells in the country. Then you also have PLI schemes for advanced automotive manufacturing, both for components and entire vehicles, which includes cars, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, buses, trucks as well. So India has literally brought out a number of schemes to incentivize the entire supply chain when it comes to EVs. Why has cell manufacturing been slow to take off? You've had a number of players in the cell manufacturing space, but at the same time, we've not really seen cell manufacturing taking off in a big way. Now, that will be critical in terms of bringing down electric vehicle prices. Currently, we are big importers of cells from countries like South Korea, countries like China, for that matter, even Japan. But we need to have those local partnerships. Yes, there are companies which are striking local partnerships for battery manufacturing. But let me just ask Mr. Jayesh Ranjan about cell manufacturing. Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, would you say that more than battery manufacturing, cell manufacturing is something we need to focus on? And why do you think, despite the fact that we have an ACC PLI scheme, why hasn't cell manufacturing taken off at scale till now?
So, in my honest opinion, the answer is that the supply chain is not really mature enough. Cell manufacturing requires dependency on a large number of components, many of which are not yet produced in our country. There are compulsorily imports to be relied on. And as we know, it is becoming increasingly difficult to get imports. Some of these import items or some of these components also have elements of critical minerals. And there is a suspicion about dual use. There are restrictions on how to avoid or how to provide a certification that there'll be no dual use, etc., etc. So cell manufacturing definitely is very much required. It also helps the country become self-sufficient. But the kind of supply chain that it requires, very, very refined components, very complicated manufacturing processes, unless we develop expertise in doing all that. So that is one big ask, in my opinion.
Mr. Ranjan, my final question to you, what kind of policy standardization that we need all across the country, be it on infrastructure, be it on charging, be it on battery manufacturing, and even sale of electric vehicles?
So, see, we won't be able to achieve standardization beyond a point. That is the reality. India is a federal country. States compete with each other. Everyone would like to provide some kind of USP. But I have seen something in the semiconductor vertical. So, while every state may eventually desire to have semiconductor manufacturing units in their state, but the government of India has felt that 6 to 7 states offer the best value proposition. And then if any overseas investor comes, only these 6 to 7 states are opened up. I guess that is how it is going to happen for both cell and battery and components also. You'll have to identify those 6, 7 states which have the best policies, best infrastructure, skills are available, logistics are easy, supply chain is possible. And then you allow a fair competition between these 6, 7 states. And of course, whatever can be added from the government of India, that will be the icing on the cake.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, for joining us on our special series, Charging Up India's EV Journey. We've run out of time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.